Accounting Techniques tutorial, page 199. You work as an accounts assistant for Nixon Garden Furniture Limited, a company making furniture. You've been asked a cost for an order of 600 deck chairs for a hotel chain and determine the possible margin percentage. Your colleague who recently left started the quotation using a spreadsheet and you need to complete it. You've been given the following information for the batch: direct materials, weatherproof canvas 1,200 metres, each costing £8.50, wood 3,600 metres, each costing £4 per metre. Direct labour hour, cover makers are outsourced and paid £6 per cover. Frame makers are paid £15 per hour with a 25% premium for overtime. Overtime is classed as a direct cost and it will take 800 hours to make the deck chairs. Included in the 800 hours is 200 hours of overtime. Assembly staff are paid £15 per hour plus 80p per deck chair that's completed, and it normally takes them 20 minutes to complete each deck chair. Overheads, variable production is £3 per direct labour hour. Fixed production overheads £5,000. The price of one deck chair is £135. You've been asked to save the spreadsheet in the appropriate location with the appropriate name. So you're going to go File, Save As, go to where you want to save it. Make sure you call it what you need to call it. Exactly how it says in the book. And then it says on worksheet 511, which is what I'm on. Amend and format rows 1 and 2 to 14 and bold. So 1 and 2. I'm going to go home. Font. Size 14 and in bold. Using formulas, complete the direct material costs in B4, B5. Fill the cell of the direct material section of the cost card in column A and B, 3 to 6 in light orange. Right, let's do the formulas first. So it says weatherproof canvas 1,200 metres at £8.50. So equals open brackets 1,200 multiplied by £8.50. That's 10,200. Just check I did the figures right. Yeah. Okay. Wood is 3,600 at £4 per metre. So equals open brackets 3,600 multiplied by £4. And I'm just going to check it's adding it up. It is perfect. Now I need to highlight them and fill them in a light orange. So from 3 to 6. Font orange. Oh, wrong one. Orange. There we go, it's better. Use trace precedent to find the problem with the total direct labour in B11. So there's B11. I need to go to formula. In my auditing formula, there's trace precedent. I'm not sure what the problem is, but if I double click, I can see only B8 and B10 is included, but B9's left out. So I could either go equals sum, open bracket B8 to B10, or go plus B9. And you'll see that that's now been updated. Using the formula, calculate the direct labour costs in B8 to B10. So I need to go to B8 to B10. I want to work out the cover makers. The cover makers are outsourced, so the company's not paying their employees, they're paying another company and they're paying them £6 per cover. So I need to know how many hours. So 800 was our total hours, 200 was overtime, so that's 800 minus 200 equals 600. So I'm going to go equals open brackets 600 multiplied by the £6. Gives me 3,600. Frame makers are paid £15 per hour with a 25% premium for overtime. Overtime is classed as a direct cost. It will take 800 hours to make deck chairs, including 200 hours of overtime. So as this is a direct cost, I can go £15 multiplied by the whole 800, which gives me 12,000. So I'm going to go here and put that formula in. Equals open brackets 15 multiplied by all the hours, because it's all direct cost, 12,000. Perfect. Now I need to work out 25% premium. So I need to know how much 25% is, or £15. So I'm going to go 15 multiplied by 25%, which gives me 375. And I'm going to times that by the 200 of overtime hours, times 200, which gives me 750. So I need to add that into my formula. So I'm going to go plus, open brackets, 15 multiplied by the 25%, which I did on my calculator. And I want to multiply that by the 200. So I need to put another bracket in front of the 15 and close it off at the 200. And then I'm telling it to add it. So if it gives me 12,750, I've done this correct. Perfect. Assembly staff are paid £15 per hour, 80p per deck chair completed, and they only take 20 minutes to assemble each deck chair. So I can't be paying them £15 for an hour, because they're not doing an hour's work, they're only doing 20 minutes. The first thing I need to do is find out how many 20s in an hour. So 60 divided by 20 gives me 3. I then need to divide that by the 15. So £15 divided by 3. So each person is going to be paid £5. So let's put that formula in. Equals, open brackets, 60 divided by 20 gives us 3. But I need to divide that by the 15. So I'm going to do another bracket, so £15 divided by the 3, the answer we got originally. And I'm going to put an extra bracket at the end, so the computer knows to do the 60 divided by 20, then do whatever the answer is, 15 divided by the 3. And I should get 5. Perfect. Now, it's £5 for the hours. So 800 minus 200 equals 600. So I need to go and do multiplied by 600. So if I do multiplied by 600, that gives me 3,000. Oops, enter here. Perfect. But now I need to do the 80p per deck chair. So I'm going to go 80p times the number of deck chairs completed. So if I scroll up, 600. So I'm going to go times 600, which will be 480. So I need to add that into my formula. So I'm going to put another bracket at the end of the 600 and at the beginning where the equals is. And I'm going to go plus, open bracket, 0.80p multiplied by 600 deck chairs. So that should give me 3,480. Perfect. Direct labour. And I need to highlight that in blue, 7 to 11. So 7 to 11, home, it's not 11, 7 to 11, font, wants blue, we'll do a light blue. I'm now being told that I need to do the variable production. The variable production in B12, then complete the fix. So I need to go to variable production, and it says variable production is £3 per direct labour hour. So I don't do the cover makers because they're outsourced. So I only focus on the frame and the assembly. If we look at the frame, they're using 800 hours because it's all direct and it's £3. So I'm going to go get my calculator. 800 times 3, 2,400. I'm going to go equals, open brackets, 800 multiplied by the £3, 2,400. Perfect. Now with the assembly, I can't do 800 because it's only 20 minutes. So I need to again do 60 divided by 20 gives us 3. I then need divide the 3 by the 600 deck chairs. No, the 600 hours, apologies, not the deck chairs, because I'm looking at that. So I need to go 600 divided by the 3, which gives me 200. 200 times the £3 per direct labour hour gives me 600. So if I add that to the 2,400, I'm expecting £3,000 if my formula is right. So I'm going to go plus open brackets. I did the 60 divided by 20 first, but then I need to divide that by the 600 hours, close brackets, and then I'm going to put another bracket. I'm going to say multiply that by the £3. Oops, what did I do wrong? You're closing. Something's gone wrong. Let's do that again. Let's do that again. So I'm going to take it all out and just do it this way. Right, so 60 divided by 20 equals 3. Perfect. 600 divided by 3 equals 200. Perfect. So bracket and bracket. Then I want to times by 3. So at the end, multiply by 3. Gives me 600. So now I can go put back what I had before, which was open brackets, 800 multiplied by 3, close brackets, add it to that. That's better. I needed to do the fixed overhead, which is going here. And the fixed overhead was £5,000. Right, done. Fill the cells of the cost card in green. So that's the cost card. Green. Using the formula, calculate the total estimated absorption per cost for batch 14. Put a thick border. So I want to know the absorption costs, which will be the direct materials, the direct labour, the variable and the production overheads, fixed production overhead. So equals open brackets, this plus, or comma, plus this, comma, plus this, comma, plus this, close brackets. Would help if I put sum. There we go, 52,400. I need to put a thick border around the cost card, so highlight it, A2 to B14, and I'm going to go to borders, thick border. Format the cells B4 to B14 to 0 decimal places and thousand separator. B4 to B14, right click, format cells. Number, thousand separator, 0 decimal places, OK. Using a formula, calculate the marginal cost per batch. So marginal is everything except for fixed. So open bracket, sum, open brackets, direct, comma, labour, comma, variable, close brackets. There we go. Using a formula, estimate the revenue per batch in E18. Format the E18 to currency, 0 decimal places. So I want to know estimated revenue per batch. So equals, we were selling it for 135 multiplied by, and we were producing 600 deck chairs, close brackets. There we go. Format that to currency, 0 decimal places. So right click, format cells, currency, £, 0 decimal places. Use a formula to calculate the expected profit using conditional formatted, highlighting the expected profit in B20 in green with black text, expected profit exceeds 25,000. So first I need to put a formula in, equals, open brackets, revenue minus cost, close bracket. And now I need to do conditional formatting. So if it's greater than 25,000, I want it to be green with black text. So custom format, green, font, black text. Okay. And as it is over 25,000, that should go green. And it is. And there we have it. This task is now completed.